You know what? So many conflicting emotions after that game last night. So many just, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Look, does it matter that we won 5-2 in the scheme of things? In the grand scheme of things, nah, probably doesn't matter anything. They're probably still going to win the league tonight against Kilmarnock, or if not against Kilmarnock, they're probably going to win it against St Mirren at home because let's face it, St Mirren ain't going to get a Parkhead and get anything. So realistically, the league's done. Did we expect Rangers to put in well, I don't know. Do I say improved performance or do I say a second half performance? Probably, yeah, because it is a second half team. Did I expect them once they got into their stride to play like prime Real Madrid because the pressure was off? Yes, I did. But credit where credit's due. You know what? I don't care realistically at this point. Now it is. Does this change anything? Does this change the fact we need a clear out? No. Does this change the fact we need a rebuild? No. Does this mean that all our problems are solved? No. Of course it bloody doesn't. Of course it doesn't mean any of those things. But you know what? It's still nice to appreciate a 5-2 victory. It's still nice to have a fantastic victory like that to talk about. It's still nice to have 5 goals in your final game of the season. You know, you've got to kind of look at the positives. Because if you don't look at the positives, you'll go bloody mental. I'll tell you that for free. You'll go absolutely bloody mental. Was it a great performance by Rangers? Second half, yeah, it was a good performance. Not a great performance, a good performance. First half was fucking shocking. Well, it wasn't shocking. It wasn't. It was a mixed performance again. You know, first part of the game, first 10, 15 minutes, it wasn't too bad. We moved the ball well. We passed it around well. A couple of chances early on. There was the the Ridvan shot that was well saved. There was the Silver one that hit the bar. You know, there was chances. And then Dundee grew more into the game. And you know what? Fair play to Tony Docherty and his team tonight. They didn't come to part the bus. They didn't come to be negative. They didn't come to kick 7 bells out of us. Well, with the exception of Silla, who did seem to be very lucky to stay on the pitch, considering in that first half, every time Todd Cantwell got the ball with his back to goal, Silla seemed to come through the back of him. And I don't think Silla actually got booked for a foul on Todd Cantwell. So I don't get what you have to do to get booked these days. Cantwell does seem to get the crap kicked out of him on a regular basis and get no protection. Which does kind of think, you know, well, do you know what, Scottish football, you're not going to get top class players come up here because no one wants to come up here and get the crap kicked out of them by hammer throwers like Silla. So let's reflect on this. We go 2-0 down and we're all sat there thinking, what the bloody hell is this? Why? How? What is going on? And at that point, I wasn't shocked. I genuinely wasn't shocked that we were 2-0 down because we were playing crap. The defense looked all over the place. The midfield didn't look great. They played some good stuff. Both the goals come down their left, our right. Todd, where the hell Tav is when he's meant to be covering their winger? God only knows. I don't want to talk about Tav. I've got enough abuse over Tav today. You know what? It seems that you can't criticize Tav for the fact that he can't bloody defend because, you know what, his fanboys will go after you. So I'm going to leave that one. But I thought he was shit tonight, if I'm being honest with you. Yes, the defense had a very makeshift look. You know, I think the lineup that Philippe Clement named tonight was probably the only lineup he could realistically name with all the injuries we had. Butland, Tav, in there, Davis and King. I mean, who else was there? Realistically, there was literally no one else that you could start in that defense. And King goes off possibly injured as well. I mean, great. I saw we need another injury. Ridvan, I've got to say, I thought Ridvan was brilliant tonight. Absolutely outstanding last night. Just the way he got forward, the way he attacked, the shots. He was almost Roberto Carlos-esque in the way that he attacked and played. And I thought Ridvan was one of our players in the match last night. I mean, the players that stood out for me, I'll get to in a minute. Raskan and Diamande as the two. Excited to see that. More forward thinking, more progressive, better than Lundstrom. And again, my 70-year-old mother will be better than John Lundstrom. Less slow and less negative. Cantwell, McCausland and Silva, balance there, and Dessa's up top because realistically there is no one else. What was exciting was to see Yefeko, Fraser, Lowry and McKinnon on the bench. Those young boys getting their chance to impress. And, you know, it was nice that McKinnon got on. It was nice that Fraser got on as well. I actually thought Robbie Fraser was really good, and I will talk about Robbie Fraser shortly. Players that stood out last night. I'm going to get to the man of the match in a minute. I thought that Robbie Fraser and Ross McCausland did very well last night. Ross gets the first goal, to get us back into the game just before half time. Got to say, look, Ross McCausland, he embodied with that goal what we need to see from this team. He battled, he fought, he didn't give up, he kept going, he gets the final touch, he gets his goal. And Ross McCausland's come in for some abuse this season, and he's a young lad. He's still learning the game, and I think it's unfair the abuse that he gets. Oh, he's not good enough. He can't go back with it. He's 21 years old. He's learning the game. People say, well, Diamando's 21. But yeah, but Diamando's played over 100 first-team football games. McCausland hasn't even played 50. Let's deal with some realities here. I thought Ree Ross was good tonight. I thought he embodied the spirit. I thought he battled back. I thought he fought. He put in a couple of fantastic, real bone-shaking tackles as well for such a little man. So yeah, really proud of Ross tonight. Really proud of Ross McCausland tonight. I've got to say, I am so proud of, and this is a player that I've if you go back across some of my videos, I've actually pushed him a little bit as well. Robbie Fraser. I've got to say, Robbie Fraser looked really good when he came on. He showed good pace going forward. He was solid at the back. I mean, he had that shot come cross where he raised in down the left-hand side, puts the ball across, and Phil McCracken, the Dundee goalkeeper, gets a hand to it to tip it away. Gotta say, Robbie Fraser, just class, just absolute class. Love Robbie Fraser. I thought he did really well. So proud of Robbie Fraser for what he did tonight, how he got on, how he played. And I know the pressure's not on to the extent it would have been had we beaten that lot, but Robbie Fraser tonight, gotta say, big up the Robbie Fraser. Big up Robbie. Well done tonight. Good lad. Or last night, sorry. I'm recording this after the game, just in case you didn't know. I thought Raskan did well in midfield as well. I thought he kept the ball moving well. I thought he got involved well. He showed a good pace going forward. Yeah, he tired towards the end of the game. But I think, we've seen in Raskan and Diamande, the two that need to finish this season as those midfield two. I do not want to see John Lundstrom in a Rangers shirt ever again. So well done to Nicholas Raskin. I thought Leon King had a good game at the back as well. I thought he did well. Again, learning the game, still coming through. Did good, did well. The man for me, though, tonight, who was the difference between Rangers getting back into that game and Rangers not getting back into the game. And we're going to talk about how Philippe Clement was really angry about the performance shortly. So please hang on for that. Todd Cantwell. Got to say, Cantwell tonight was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. And it really does show why the hell he did not play on Saturday against Celtic. I mean, what did we miss by not having him there? I mean, tonight he was brilliant. He was absolutely superb. He led the attack. He led the press. He was on the right wing, the left wing. He was in the middle. He ran at them. He tried flicks and tricks and little balls around the corner. He had a shot that was saved. And then that goal. Look, I know it was a cross. I get that it was a cross. But what a goal. I just sat there on the stream and went, what a goal. What a goal. Oh, my God. I mean, I love that man. I absolutely love that man. He is just Todd the Prod. He's Rangers till he dies. He's Rangers to the core. I don't get why people slag him off. He's the most talented. Look, yes, he has games where perhaps he doesn't do as well as he should, and he looks a bit lightweight and he tries a little bit too much and touches it a little bit too much. And yes, the social media shit is a bit too much at times, but players like him, enigmas, players who have that little bit of edge, that little bit of something, do have that bit of a character trait. Gazza was never perfect, was he? Gazza had that craziness, and I think Cantwell's a bit like that as well in terms of his character. Not as mad as Gazza. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone could ever be as mad as Gazza, but the way he picked the ball up, he ran with it, he took players on, he created chances for others. Some of the football in the second half from Rangers, between the interchange of passing between Silva to Cantwell to Dessers to Tav to Cantwell to McCausland, was just fantastic. Some chances we created. We could have had 6, 7 goals in the second half. I thought Todd Cantwell was absolutely brilliant tonight. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. And I can't praise him enough for his performance, the way he bounced back, the way he showed the commitment. And he showed fire. He showed heart. He showed commitment. And guys, look, sometimes, yes, is he perfect? No, he's not perfect. Does he have games where he annoys the crap out of me? Yes, he has games where he annoys the crap out of me. But he cares about that shirt. He cares about that badge. He cares about this club. Let's get behind him. Let's build a team around the likes of him and Sterling and Butland and Diamande next season. Let's give him a chance, and I hope Big Phil will give him his chance. Now, it was interesting in Big Phil's post-match interview. Apparently, this is from Heart and Hand, that he was not happy. He said, this is from Heart and Hand. He says, the manager was as angry as I've seen him in a presser. He says he felt first half the players didn't do the work off the ball. This is what he said. This is a quote from Phil Clement. I was angry at halftime. I cannot keep being angry before they do both parts of the game. If they want to play for a lesser team, they can do one moment good, one moment bad. But here, if they want to play for Rangers, they need to do both parts of the game all the time. I've got to say, I love that quote. I really, really like what he's just said there. No more bullshit. No more wordy crap. No more stuff that can be misinterpreted. This is very plain and simple. It's pull your finger out or get out the door. That's what it says. That's what it says for me. It says very much pull your bloody finger out or get out of this club. Realize where you are, realize who you are playing for, or get out. Simple as. Simple as. Guys, it is what we want to hear from the manager. You know, he says he can't keep being angry, so it's obvious that he has lost his shit with these players on a number of occasions. And he's making it very clear that if they don't sort themselves out and play for 90 minutes, they are not fit to stay at this club. And that's what we need to see from him. I think the penny has dropped, finally, thank God. And that quote gives me hope for next season. It gives me hope for the rest of this season, you know, for the cup final in particular, that he's got it. He understands what he needs to do with this team. And he's not protecting some of these players now. Yes, he isn't calling individuals out, and I wouldn't expect him to do that. But I'm sure behind the scenes, he has called out individuals and had a go at them. But that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to see from your manager, him getting pissed when the things are not going his way. Also, as well, got to see Kemar Roofe probably for the last ever time at Ibrox tonight. Look, yes, it has not worked out for Kemar in the way that we would have wanted it to at the club with all the injuries that he's had. But he has been a good servant for the club, top scorer during 55. And he's a good player. He finishes well, but those injuries have worked against him. And we wish Kemar all the very best for the future. Well, guys, let me know what you think of the what we've covered in this today. Thank you so much for everything this season. It's been fantastic. We've still obviously got the rest of the season to go. We will be here on Glasgow Rangers Nation. But obviously, please hit the sub, help the channel to keep on growing as we move towards our target of 6,000 subs. And if you want to know why to subscribe, read the banner below. It tells you exactly why you should subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. And as always, on the way out, number one, please smash the sub. Number two, remember, please smash the like. It defeats that evil algorithm. And finally, of course, remember always, we are the people.